Hello and hi, welcome to Software Testing Foundations. This is course overview of the Software Testing Foundation being taught in Karlstad University. So the course is about the foundational level of software testing. We are expecting to cover most of the basic concepts of modern software testing and then giving all the basics for practical industrial work. By finishing this course, it means like you are having the foundational level of knowledge to get further professional testing certificates by further reading. So during this course, we assume that you don't have any knowledge about software testing. Now, my name is Bestun. I will be your instructor during this course. I will guide you how to learn the foundations of software testing. I will manage the course. I will deliver most of the course materials in the video instructions. I have 10 years of software testing research experience. I don't want to talk too much about myself, so this is my website if you want more information. And then, of course, you can contact me by email, and you can contact my office phone, and then you can have meeting with me for physical meeting if you want. This is my room number, but please take some appointment before that. So my office address is located in Department of Mathematics and Computer Science in Karlstad University. Now, we are expecting to have the foundational level, and then by the end of this course, we have a few learning outcomes, and then by completing the course, the student you should be able to first explain and discuss the basic concepts of software testing, knowing how to apply modern testing processes, and then identify various metrics. What are the metrics that you need to measure for the software testing? And then identify and being aware of various test level, test design, test generation, how to test, how to generate, how to execute the test cases, and then how to know the levels of software testing, and finally what are the tools that you need to use during your industrial work um, to test software to test software. And then we will spend some time on these tools. We will come back to that later on. So each learning outcome will be covered by a chapter or a module or two modules, or two learning outcomes will be covered by a module on these 8 modules. So we have 8 modules, and we depend mainly on several literature sources, but we have the art of software testing, and then we have the introduction to software testing. These are the classical books of software testing, of course, for foundational level. And then the main important document here, or the main important literature here, is the foundational level of the foundations of software testing, which is the ISTQB certification guidelines. So these 3 books are quite important, but you need to study the materials. I will tell you during the course what are the materials you actually need to study. So you don't need to buy these books, but if you want to work for software testing in the future, these books are quite good if you have it in your library, for example, or your on your disk, if you want to come back to them as a reference. Now, the most important part for you maybe is the grading and examination, how we are approaching these two things, how we grade and how we examine the different level of the course. Now we have a kind of 4 dimension of examination, and you need to pass all these dimensions of examination. Now we have 8 modules. At the end of each module, you have what we call self-test exam. So during this self-test exam, it's basically a multiple choice exam. Each question may have like one or more than one correct answer. You have to get 75% to pass this one, and then you can try as many time you want to pass the course, but you need to pass them. You should answer a study question also at the end of each module. So we will post many questions, but we pick up one random question to you, and then you will learn how to know your name with your question. So we will post the list of the name and which question you need to answer, and you will find a lot of instruction about these questions, of course. Then you must have at least grade 3 to pass these courses, these exams. So we have 3, 4, 5. 5 is the best grade, and then 3 is the lowest one, and then U is fail. And you have 3 laboratory exercises you need to practice on software testing labs. We will come back to these things later on, and then we will give instruction for each lab specifically. Now, you will have also one oral exam, which is the final exam. You need to deliver 5 to 10 minutes face-to-face oral exam. And then you cannot pass the course without attending the oral exam, of course. You need to have a valid ID to verify your identity to the examiner. At the beginning, the examiner will ask you to show your ID for verification. There will be 3 questions for each oral exam. Like the other exams, you have U 3, 4, 5, and then you have to answer all 3 questions properly. If you answer all the 3 questions, you will get 5. If you answer only 2 questions, you will get 4. If you answer only 1 question, you will get 3, which is the minimum grade you need to pass. If you fail, of course, to answer all the 3 questions, you will get fail. And then if you fail to prove your identity, and you will get fail also. We just want to verify that you are the person that you're supposed to be at the other side of the computer. Now, as I said, we have 8 modules in this course. Each module will take around 2 weeks. So module 1 is just an introduction to software testing. We will tell you what is software testing in general, and then we will go specifically for the processes of software testing, which kind of test we have for the types of software testing, and then we will go for static testing techniques, and sometimes they say static analysis, and and then module 4 we have test design techniques, then modern model-based testing also, and constraints and contracts when you design test cases, and then software quality and reliability metrics, what are the metrics, and then finally the tools that we need to know about. We have many tools, and we will mention some of these tools. Now, during this course, at the end of each module and during each module, you will have a lot of reading actually, and then you need to read all these materials, all these articles, and your exam question will be covered. Will cover all these materials also. So you need to study our lectures materials, our slides, and also you need to read the materials that would we provide, for example the standards, and then some articles, some academic articles, some technical articles, and so on. So you need to read all of them. So if you need any help during this course, we have a good section at the end of each module, which is the discussion and questions. So you can post your question there. You can initiate some kind of discussion in your group. We have like several students assigned in this course, um, registered for this course. You will get a lot of interaction and interact with other peers in this course. I like a lot of discussion on this course, and you will learn a lot of things during the discussion. And then please post your question to the related module. So if your question is related to module 1, post your question to the discussion section at the end of module 1. Don't mix the questions. And then of course, I will monitor, and other colleagues are monitoring also the discussion, and then I will try to answer your questions also via the discussion. And then if you did not get your answer, send the question to the instructor, to me, of course. You can also visit me, as I said, at the office by making an appointment. And then that's everything for now. Please try to meet the deadlines, and when you fail to submit your assignment during the deadline, it means like you failed to assign that assignment basically. So try to monitor the canvas, try to monitor the deadlines, try to submit your assignments during the deadline, before the deadline, not after the deadline, because I will not consider any submitted assignment after the deadline. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the course, and then I hope you get a lot of benefit on this course. Thank you.